Hello, it's Carm Capriato from Remarkable Results Radio, and you are about to experience the fastest 2 minutes in the automotive.
And we are back post SEMA. There's a lot to talk about that. I have some questions for you about SEMA. Carm, thank you for the intro. I'm going to jump into some facts and figures. Looking at the most recent Market Genie data, we're seeing good sales. We're seeing good car service rising. However, I want to put a little asterisk on it. I read an article today from PricewaterhouseCoopers, and they're forecasting 84% of US consumers are looking to cut back on spending over the next 6 months. I know we have some really good tools at Velo, specifically DVI. Kevin, how can shops properly utilize their DVI to make sure that they're building their pipeline?
It's a really good question. I mean, the biggest thing with our DVI and what we built out for that specific platform is transparency and consumer experience, or motorist experience. Shop-Ware has been our best barometer in terms of how that's been received within the market, when we literally call the product DVX, or Digital Vehicle Experience. Some really great case studies and stats, but the one that sticks out to me the most, especially because we talked about it at our last Ratchet Wrench conference, is that if you share a DVI with a customer, so actually send them the link so that they can review the media, review the comments, everything, you have an 80% higher upsell chance of them to actually essentially reach your ceiling for the profitability factor within the RO. So DVI becomes a hugely important piece, especially when you're connecting with your current customers, and then also going back and looking at what deferred work that they might have in place. And DVI, always a big thing when we talk about Apex and SEMA coming off that. But what are some of the other surprises that you saw, Tony?
Yeah, really no surprise on this part. A lot of new AI tools. We had a lot of really good conversations at our booth, people coming up asking about what do we think, what's our feedback, what will the market adoption look like, new widgets, and the networking is always fantastic at SEMA. And speaking of networking, I got a chance to attend your Shop Heroes Award. Can you give us a little insight on some of the winners?
This is the third year that we've done the Shop Hero Awards. We typically do 5 total awards sponsored by each one of our products. The one that I really thought is great, though, because it's an actual nomination from the market, is our actual Shop Hero. So that's people that have submitted stories and consideration for their own market. And in this year's case, it was Eric and Jamie Carlson from Ervine's Auto Repair. Megan Diniff, shout out, her shop, who did one of our intros previously, but they came on site in Las Vegas. They were a part of our event. It was really great to recognize them and hear their story of growth and family and how they treat their community. So we always look forward to those awards. Thanks everybody for joining the rundown. We'll see you in a couple weeks.